Now, a big question of how you tackle and whether local authorities have done enough to tackle the issue of fly tipping. Remember, these seats were last contested 5 years ago. Felt like a very different world then, partly because of COVID and lockdown. That delayed some local elections, as we also experienced in other parts of the UK last year. But this year, all the council seats are up, all the councils are up, and they all have to have a plan. But it's not always what councils can do, it's what we can do ourselves. Let's talk to Martin Montague, who has founded something rather useful for those who are frustrated by fly tipping and dumped waste. It's an app called ClearWaste, and he works for the company, or has founded the company, ClearWaste.com. Martin, afternoon to you. Thanks for talking to us. In some way, I suppose this app, which helps people as they search for both somebody to help them dispose of waste, but also to alert local authorities to where the waste is partly a factor of frustration with perhaps the way that councils around the UK were dealing with the problem.
Absolutely. I'm just a consumer. I did this because I was a victim of fly tipping myself, and I live in a rural area that is regularly fly tipped. But the long and the short of it is, if I said to you, you can drive, if you could fly tip in 20% of the country with impunity, you would be horrified. Yeah, you know, that's the unfortunate situation we find ourselves in at the moment. You know, 1 in 5 councils do no fines, no fixed penalties, and no prosecutions. Clearly, there's some work that needs to be done by government to force these councils and local authorities into action, because no one wants to live with fly tipping at the end of their road, their driveway, or see it in scenic places.
Is it your sense that this problem got worse during lockdown?
Yeah, it definitely got worse. The last official statistics for fly tipping is now over 1 million incidents a year, and it's estimated over £100 million a year is spent on cleaning it up on public and private land. Now, that's money that could go towards people's gas bills, heating, electricity, etc., because everyone's feeling the pinch at the moment. The government is doing some really good stuff at the moment, and I have to say that. They're talking about making it so you can dispose of your waste for free at recycling centres, because a lot do in fact charge. So it's nice to see some common sense coming out of government, but we do desperately need more legislation to tackle the problem. For example, it should be a standardised offence. So if you speed in the UK, you'll get a fine or 3 points. If you fly tip, it should be the same sort of rationale applied by each of the councils in the UK, but everyone acts completely separately. And until we can pull them all together to work effectively, I think this is a problem that's here to stay.
Now, the ClearWaste.com app can be found online. Martin Montague, thank you very much for that. One of the effects of it, as Martin hopes, is that slowly over time it will become a mapping tool, that it will help local authorities spot patterns of fly tipping.